Okay, today we're drawing a tornado. This one came in by request. If you ever have a request for a landscape drawing tutorial, feel free to drop it down in the comments. First thing I'm going to do here with a 2B pencil, I'm just going to start forming the right side of our tornado. And all I'm doing is coming down and showing that rotation. You can see how I'm pulling down and to the left. And like all nature scenes, leave your lines a little wild and chaotic. If you want a curve to your tornado, just adjust your lines accordingly. You don't want your lines to be rigid here. You want them to be nice and fluid. So at the bottom here, let's just put a little twirl on it. Go back over that a little bit. Just be nice and wild and chaotic here. You want to match that energy of the tornado. You can have your tornado taper off, or some tornadoes stay fairly wide at the bottom as well. Now I'm going to layer a 7B pencil on top of that, doing the same thing. And as I go here, don't fill it in quite as thoroughly as you do with that softer layer. And you don't have to use a 2B and a 7B pencil. Just have a range of lighter and darker values. But with this pencil, I'm just doing that same thing, just pulling down and to the left a little bit. Again, I'm being pretty loose with everything here. See, that line's a little off, a little longer. It doesn't really matter. Tornadoes are chaotic, so you don't want things to look organized and regimented. Okay, and with that, I got a nice fat blending stump here, and I'm going to pull those two layers to the left as well, lifting up quite a bit, but you can see there's still some variation in the values there. Down here, my tornado is going to narrow a little bit. In visualizing my tornado here, the light's coming from the left. So this side on the left is going to be a little bit lighter, but I still want to have some defining shadows on this side. So now I'm going to pull down and to the right, but my lines aren't going to have quite as long of a tail on them because I want this to mostly be sort of highlight or lighter values. And I'm going to sort of mimic this shape on this side, but again, I don't want it to match too closely because, again, the chaos of our scene here. You can see how loose I'm being. You want everything to feel natural. You can see I got that curl to it, so you can see the rotation of our tornado here. And as we get near towards the bottom, the shadows are going to come together more and more as it's kind of collapsing in on itself. And think about all the dust and debris and everything. It's not just shadows within the tornado. It's darker values because of everything that the tornado is whipping up. But just keep it, nice and wild. And you can't really mess up here because we're going to go back in and we'll use our eraser here. So down here it's getting a lot more narrow. I'm going to layer in, this is a 5B pencil. I'm going to put some more darker values here as my tornado really comes down to a point down here near the ground. Now same thing, my chunky blending stump here. Pull these over. But you can see this side's a lot lighter because again, if I have my sun pointing this direction, this is going to be a lot more lighter values. With my blending stump, I'm slightly pulling down and to the right, mimicking that same curve of our tornado here. And down here where it gets really narrow, I'm doing sort of the full U shape. Just blend these out a little bit here. I don't want it perfectly white in the center. Just kind of dabbing. With the 5B, this left side, I'm just going to add a little bit of darker shadows again, just to really highlight the rotation of our tornado. But I want to have a lot fewer marks. Slightly blend it. I don't want to lose those entirely. Okay, so then down here, and this is where the most sort of dirt and debris and dust is going to get kicked up. So it's going to be even darker down here. It's going to be sort of its own little whirlwind kicked up around the bottom of our tornado. If you have a reference image, that'll really give you some inspiration for how to sort of shape and form. And drawing the tornado is relatively easy, but connecting it to the rest of your scene can be a little bit tricky as to what that looks like. So find a reference image that you like. Down here, this is sort of where we really have that dust kicked up as it's touching down to the ground here. That's good for the first step here, and we'll finesse that in a minute. But now we're going to connect it up to some clouds up here, and I'm only going to do a little bit of clouds. If you want to see a full tutorial on how to draw clouds, check it out. I'll link it up in the right corner here, and it'll also be down in the description. So the way I'm trying to connect our tornado up into our clouds is I'm trying to match the values as it goes up into the clouds, and then giving them a nice blend together. So Obviously, if I were drawing the full scene here, I would fill all this in with clouds. So our shadow side, we're going to slowly work this up and try to match the beginning of our cloud here. Give that a good blend. Now, 2B pencil, just to even this out a little bit. Don't want to get too dark here, but I want my tornado and clouds to look like they're coming together. Make a few more definitive lines here. I'm going back and forth between a 2B and a 5B pencil here. Switch back to my 2B. Also keeping in mind, there's going to be a lot more light able to hit down here in our tornado rather than going through these thick clouds up here. Give that a nice blend. Okay, so now that looks pretty good with our cloud values working into our tornado. So now what I'm going to do is just my cloud drawing tutorial just on this little section to give it some shape, which is using a relief method and erasing just little sort of cloud-like shapes back into this. I like to use a piece of sandpaper to get the lead off of my eraser. And I like this Faber-Castell eraser because it can give really subtle little variations here that can really give a cloud-like effect. Again, with clouds, just like the tornado, you want them to be really natural and wild feeling and have all sorts of small little variations. I may have taken off a little bit too much there. I'm just going to add a little bit back in. I'm just using a variety of erasers to give it a nice cloud shape. But you can see over here I'm developing some nice soft clouds coming off the edge of our tornado. Now finessing our tornado, I'm going to erase a little bit of those highlights back in. This is just with my kneadable eraser. Be really subtle here, but if you go too far, of course you can just add some 2B pencil or 5B back in, whatever one you take off too much of. I'm just going to throw in a little foreground here. This tornado is going to be way off in the distance, so everything's going to be pretty small. You don't want to give it too much detail. Just throw in a little barn to give it some scale. This cloud of dust, we're going to do a similar thing like we did up here with the clouds, where we're just going to sort of dab in and soften these sides a little bit as it sort of trails off, almost like fog. Just want to soften them a little. Just little light dabs. You see how this is just sort of a smoothed edge to this curve. I want it to be a lot more wild, as if it's debris flying all over. So just some soft little dabs on it. See, now it's more wild feeling. There's no sort of rhyme or reason to it. It's a lot more chaotic. And that's what we want. Darken this just a touch. You want to start to get, as our details come through here, we want to get more and more precise. Work on our clouds a little bit here. Just finessing some details. Always be analyzing and seeing what you need to work on. Just a few little subtle hints here to reinforce that rotation of our tornado. I'm going to work just a little bit more on these clouds here to finish up. Thanks for the suggestion. If you have any suggestions of landscapes you want to see drawn, let me know down in the comments. And there you go. There's a quick way to draw a tornado.